There you go. What kind of spider do you think lives in that? That's some strong silk right there. That's crazy. That's been one busy ass spider, I'll tell you what. Yep. Okay. We gotta go. Rock and roll, baby. Rock and roll, baby? No, I mean rock and roll like, hey, rock and roll, baby. I don't have a rock and roll, baby. You have a rock and roll dog.
Continue on the road.
Okay. Rock and roll road. Rocky road. Or something or another. So off we go. Good morning to you. Welcome to Infinity Highway. Greetings from Dumfries, Virginia, over here off of the I-95 Southbound. How y'all doing? Oh shit. Kel, slow down. Go easy. It's not a 75 over there. Oh, yes, and what a fine morning it is once again. You'll have to forgive me. I've been up for all of about 20 minutes. I've had about a quarter of a cup of coffee. So any thoughts that I try to convey orally to you would probably be like a rock and roll baby. Just all brain all dizzy and shit. And just banging his head, you know, like can you imagine like this baby just like banging his head like to Kiss, you know, old school Scorpions or something, you know, Iron Maiden. Shaken baby syndrome, right? That's the way I am right now, so you gotta forgive me. So yeah, we've just departed this truck stop rest area that we came to a rest last night, and slept like, let's see here, what did we sleep like? Well, I know what I slept like. I slept like a rock and roll baby. It's got shaken baby syndrome. It's like comatose. Brain swelling on one side. Too much fluid up in there. No, I actually slept pretty good, despite all the traffic whizzing by. Slept pretty good. Yeah, so anyways, as all things must, they came to an end and we had to get on the road here. Still got 545 miles out to Savannah, Georgia, which ain't so bad. Nope, that's pretty much cake. I think the boss is requesting that I send him an ETA, which is funny because he already knows what it is, but I'll go ahead and humor him here and send him a message, tell him I'll be there tomorrow. See what he says. If I did, if I told him I'll be there tomorrow, he would send a message back with all the map laid out. Like, well, it's only got 545 miles divided by 70 by this and that. You should be there by today at 7 o'clock. See, you already knew. And that's about right. We'll probably be there about 7 or 7:30 or 8 tonight, depending on whether I stop for a shower somewhere along the way, which I think I'm pretty well ready for at this point. I think I'm about due for a shower. Sorry, I know it's probably a little bit TMI there. But it's true. It's true. It's true. Speaking of time, what time do we have? What day do we have? We have now Wednesday, July 28th, 2021. It's just, man, I mean, there goes the summer. Okay, no, I mean, we still got another month or two of summer, kind of. But there it goes. It's like that solstice passed, like, whatever, June 21st. And it's like, okay, time is running out. We got 9:58 a.m., 10 a.m. local, essentially. 87 degrees outside and humid. Elevation is about 50 feet, give or take. We'll work our way down the I-95 here through this beautiful, lush area of Virginia. It's amazing. It's all just so freaking lush over here on this side of the country. I don't know. It gets me. Fredericksburg, 20 miles. Richmond, 72. Excuse me. Tell you, where were we going? It was not too long ago. Sorry, I just kind of woke up. It's not too long ago, so thoughts start swarming, right? Where were we going through? Not too long ago. Let's see, not too long ago. I need reference here. Lost. You know what? It's probably way too early. You know what? Forget where we were going. It's way too early for me to try and discern one specific location out of the thousands that I've been to. But we were on our way somewhere recently, within the last month. We're running northbound along some interstate. Right? Or a highway, maybe, I don't know. And what reminded me of this was the road construction, or the side of the road construction we were just going past just now. And we went by this place, and I remember seeing a sign probably 20 miles or so in advance of the area that I'm going to talk about that said blasting ahead. Yeah. And we got to this freaking area, and there was these big, massive, you know, we all seen them, these big, massive earth-moving dump trucks, you know, like you see at big quarries and stuff. And maybe they probably weren't the real big ones that you see at the quarries, right? But they were pretty freaking big. I mean, they were huge, right? And they were out there blasting out all this rock, you know, because that's what they do when they build interstates, you know. That's why you always see on the side of the interstate where there's a hill that looks like it's been completely cut away. It's because it's been cut away, right? And they drill down, that's the way they do it, is they drill down, stick dynamite down in there, right? Tubes of dynamite down in there, blast that stuff out, right? And then load it up into big dump trucks and haul it off. So that's exactly what they were doing over there at that blasting site. You know, the sign let us know what's coming up, and they were actually in the process of doing it. You know, obviously, they weren't blasting as we went by at that particular moment. They were just hauling the stuff away from the night before, probably. But my God, what a freaking operation that was! And I'm sitting there watching these big ass, you know, dirt haulers going, you know, just going back and forth between where the blasting site was to where they're dumping it, right? Which was probably a quarter to a half a mile stretch on the medium. This was all going on in the medium between north and southbound side, right? A big giant medium, kind of like the one we're going by right now. So there's a big gap between the two sides of the interstate. And so the dump truck drivers are driving down, you know, this makeshift dirt, you know, road that they have to go back and forth between. And I remember this guy, and he's in the cab of this thing, right? And he's coming the opposite direction as me. So I'm looking inside his cab, right? Just because I wanted to see, you know. And the way those things are, the cab is right there, smack dab center of the truck. It's not, they don't sit on the left or the right side. They sit smack dab in the middle. Of course, they pass each other on the opposite side of the road that we drive on. So, you know, we pass each other on the right side of each other in this country, right? And those trucks, for whatever the reason, they pass each other on the left side. I don't know why, it's for safety reasons or something. And so he did that. He passed by this guy coming the other way, and I'm watching the guy in the seat, right? And of course, they have air ride seats too, just like we do in these trucks, right? But I'm talking those air ride seats must be like kiddie bouncers at a barbecue party, right? Because this guy was just like a rocket over every bump, just up and down. Like, it was hilarious. Like, the guy's head was hitting the ceiling and stuff, and he's sitting there just trying to hold on to the steering wheel while this thing's taking him down this freaking dirt road. I mean, and he wasn't even going that fast, but he's just going like freaking like a reciprocating saw sitting on that seat, just whoop, 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 whoop. I don't know, it was pretty funny. You had to see it. My bad story, never mind, forget that I said it. That's a bad story. It was pretty funny to me though. I don't know, whatever, but yeah, that was a pretty major operation. And I think they were doing all that work, clearing out all that rock, and they were digging down. They were going deep. I think they were making a new underpass or something for the interstate. Somehow or another, they're going to make an underpass, I guess. I don't know how they do that. They're going to have to divert traffic again, I guess, wherever that was. It'd probably be a good thing if I remember where that was in the future. Whatever. I'm babbling. Like I said, quarter cup of coffee. Woke up 20 minutes ago. Rock and roll, baby. See ya. There you go. Speaking of the devil, there's the very kind of truck I'm talking about right there. Actually, the ones I'm talking about were bigger than that even, you know. Okay, we're back. Hey there. How's it going? Greetings to you from Richmond, Virginia. Yeah, big giant K over there on that side. Oh. Interesting. Hi, Max. Yeah. If you turn the NM on its side to the left, it would kind of be a K. Well, maybe not. Actually, I guess it kind of would. Never mind. Scratch that. Forget that I said that. Yeah, so, yeah, we're just gonna whiz bang on right through the smack dab middle of Richmond here. I don't know if I dropped the ball. We will see if I drop the ball on taking the bypass around it. I seen it coming back there and I was like, huh. But I wasn't sure how that bypass worked its way around. I wasn't sure if I should take the west bypass or the east bypass and whatnot, and I didn't have the time once it came up to take a good look, so I knew what I was going to be doing, and I just stayed on the 95, so we'll see here, whatever. Yep, right through the smack dab freaking middle of it, damn it. It's not something I prefer doing in the middle of the day like this. Not at all. Middle of the night? Sure. No problem. Middle of the day? Not so much. Alright, little Saya truck, you are kind of rolling along here like a snail here now. Sounds great, man. And your radio sounds really good. Yep, I'm really not trying to whiz bang through. I'm actually trying to get back over in this middle lane here because I don't want to be an asshole. It's just that side truck was like creeping along at like 51. There we go, that's better, that's more appropriate. Flatbeds on that off-ramp right there. All three of them were lined up with big sections of overpass on the back of their flatbeds. Just big old massive concrete sections of overpass. It's crazy. Wild. Some of the stuff you see. Pretty incredible. big city, Richmond there. I mean, we saw just a teeny tiny bit of it. But as I speak, I can see it in my rear view. I mean, it's not huge, like big, massive skyscrapers. It's got a couple. I don't even know if I would call those skyscrapers actually. Those are just kind of basic old like buildings, probably, I don't know, 20 stories or something each. Maybe 30. That's not that tall. Island and Petersburg and windshield. Okay. I love Turkey Island. Yeah, okay, maybe not. It's kind of, actually, we're not going to go near Turkey Island so much at all. Be closer to Chester and then Petersburg. So anyways, there you go. Richmond, come and gone. We seen, we came, we kicked its ass. Gotta go. See ya. Un momento, por favor. Hey there. Hey, how's it going? Welcome back. And greetings to you from Selma, I think. Double check here. Yeah, Selma, North Carolina. Or yeah, welcome to North Carolina at that. We actually, I dropped the ball. I did. I dropped the ball. I'm not a very good dog. We just pulled in and fueled up, etc. Got a shower and stuff over at Petro Stopping Centers back there in Kenley. About 5 miles behind us. And I had meant to bring you in before we left. I had meant to turn you on before we departed. And I forgot, so I dropped the ball. My bad. I'm sorry. And I'm just sorry because it was another one of these really big stopping centers, travel centers, a lot like the Petro out there in Joplin, Missouri, or like the one up there in Iowa, the Iowa 80 Travel Center. That one's a TA. It's another one of these big, massive, huge truck stores. You know, they got everything you could possibly think of that you can put on a truck. All right, lights, lots of lights, lots of chrome. Horns, everything you can think of, right? And it's just cool, you know. It's like a kid in a candy store, you know. You go into one of those places, and man, I mean, you could just go in there, and to hell with actually making purchases. You could just go in there and spend 8 hours looking for stuff to buy, right? candy store, you want to taste each item, right? Of course, it's a little bit pricier than candy though, so can't really taste it. But you can sure see yourself in a lot of it. It's shiny. Yep, they even got a couple big trucks in there, like on the showroom floor. Like they got my truck in there. They have my truck. They have my truck in there. They have my Kenworth in there. My W900 studio sleeper, and I actually, was in there kind of looking around, and I had a lot of time to kill, and I actually worked up the nerve to ask somebody if, hey, can I check out the truck? They're like, oh yeah, go ahead. I was like, cool, I can climb in, and they're like, well, no, you can look at it through the window. Like, what? So literally all you can do is just climb up on the steps and look through the passenger or driver's side window inside. You can't actually get in it. Like, man, that's not fun. I could do that in any parking lot. I could just do that, Of course, I might get my, head blown off. Somebody might stick a barrel in my freaking nose, but just wait till they go in. Just wait till you see a driver in one of those trucks, grab his backpack and his bag and head on into the store. They figure you at least got like 10 or 15 minutes while he takes a shower, go sneak a peek inside his truck. But yeah, again, it's probably not a good idea. That's not a good idea at all. Don't try and do that. I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah, it's better to get permission, I think. Yeah, it was nice inside too. Stick shift. It was a nice looking ride inside, man. I guess we can all dream, Yeah, nothing wrong with dreaming. And they had this big, giant, like, grassy field. So Max was a kid in a candy store too, like, that's the first thing we did after we fueled, is go over to the grass, play some ball out there in this big, massive, probably like 6 football field size field, right? And it was just big and huge and wide open and green and nice. Of course, 95 degrees outside got Max. He was like, I don't know, I guess kind of similar to the way I was looking in the store. He's like, wow, this is really great, but it's way too hot for me in here. I need to go back to the truck. So, anyways, yeah, fuel, play a little ball, quick shower, and etc. And back at it, here we go. Still I-95 southbound. We now have 306 miles down to Savannah. The time is now 4:24 in the p.m. 91 degrees outside. About 150 foot elevation. Our ETA, we actually spent quite a bit of time there. So our ETA is actually spent about 2.5 hours there, or actually about 3 if you include the fueling. Spent 2.5 hours just off the clock, and that's fine because the boss called ahead to the receiver to see if we could deliver this evening, and they close at 3. So yeah, they closed at 3. So we won't be able to be delivering this load until tomorrow morning anyways, and that's good. Our ETA down there about 9 p.m. About another 5 hours of driving. did it. On the list of things to do with South is South Carolina, and then directly following that will be finding ourselves pretty much directly in Savannah. It's right up there by the state line with South Carolina. All just 95, I-95 south, that's it. Nothing special coming up until we get there, until we take our exit, that's it. Of course, we do need to find ourselves someplace to come to a rest tonight, but I don't need to really look that up right now. According to the receiver, there's plenty of places to park around there, so. Anyways, that's about that. Sorry I forgot to bring you in for that Metro back there. But I was awed by all the bling, I guess. Anyways, we'll see y'all later. Alright, let's see something here. Last two signs said all trucks right lane. Over height vehicle detector in 1 mile. 1,000 feet, here we go. Over height vehicle detector. So of course this guy, he figures I'm not over height. No, actually he's just probably not paying attention at all. Over height vehicle when flashing. Wait a minute. Wonk, wonk, wonk. I did not see a detector. I didn't see one. Over height vehicle detour. Did you see a detector? Huh. I mean, what I'm inferring from all of that is that there must be a very low bridge coming up. One that is like excessively low. Is that a thing? Can something be excessively small? Or is that like a contradiction in terms? Excessively short bridge. Low clearance bridges next 10 miles. 14.2. That's not that low. I don't know why that truck that we just passed, he's still living in that left lane there. I don't know what he's doing. He must be watching a movie or he's on TikTok or something. Trying to make a fool of himself. I don't know. Whatever. See ya. Don't you just love it? I do. It's all like swampland and stuff out here. I mean, not like right here. But we've been going through all this like swampland and stuff. As we make our way closer and closer down to Georgia. Of course, we are now currently, as I speak, coming into the city of Florence, South Carolina. So, welcome to South Carolina. we're inching closer and closer to Georgia, Florida, etc. You can just tell by the change in the weather. It's like freaking amazing. Kind of a pretty picture there, isn't it? So, what do we got? 6:17 now, p.m., 91 degrees outside. And 183 miles to go down to Savannah. Pretty comfortable drive today for the most part. Not very stressful. Pretty smooth flowing traffic. Not too many road closures or whatever. I've had a couple here and there, but nothing excessive. Oh God, did I just say it? Oh my God, I did. I just jinxed the shit out of myself, didn't I? Huh. Well, so far so good. I'll just use those words again. I'll just phrase it that way again. Just so far so good. Yep. So I don't know, with these clouds up there in the sky and the windshield and whatnot, I figured we'd go ahead and run a little bit of hyperdrive. How about that? I figured. Of course, it might not last very long, but whatever. We'll run one anyways and see how it turns out. So, yep, we'll see you in a little while. Enjoy. Okay, here we go. We are in the home stretch. We're in the last. Okay, how do I want to work this? We're in the 5-mile stretch here. Now let me brighten this up here for you. There we go. That's a little bit better, huh? Yep, we have rounded third. And it's actually, well, I guess you can't really call it light outside, but you can't really call it dark either, can you? It's, okay, let's say it like this. It's shady out. Yep. Yep, the shadow, this big giant freaking planet here is getting to fall upon us. And all that said, I guess my point being is that, well, you know, I mean, it could be darker. And we're about to be done for the day. We got 3.25 miles to go. Well, let's see. Maybe I should rethink how I want to word this one too, because once again, I don't want to jinx myself. All going according to plan. We will be pulling off now in about 2.8 miles at a rest area, probably Welcome Center in Georgia. As we are getting ready to cross the state line here in about a mile. I'm assuming that it's going to be, or I am presuming it's going to be a Welcome Center. And we're going to go ahead and see if we can find a spot. I don't know. It didn't go too well last night. I mean, we did. We found a spot on the side of the off-ramp. I mean, there's always that. When all else fails. But in any event, we got another 1.5 miles now. I'm just kind of babbling on. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Georgia. We're glad Georgia's on your mind. Here you go.
1.25 miles. Keep right to the road.
State of Georgia Welcome Center, 1 mile. Well, there you go. See, I guess I called it. Bypass way station. Truck parking permitted at way station. Wait a minute. I don't know if it's the bulk. Oh boy.
Keep right to the road.
There we go. Okay, so. I just passed up the way station parking lot in exchange for the Welcome Center parking lot. I don't know how this is going to pay out. It might just go to the exact same place here. In all likelihood it does. Yep, sure does. Let's see. Oh my God. It looks pretty freaking packed there, doesn't it? Oh, there's some spots just right here. Oh, jeez. That's probably what I ought to do, is go back up into one of them right there. manage this one here, folks. You know what? I don't think I am going to be able to manage it. Maybe I am. Holy smokes, I think I did it. That's not an easy one to do either, I'll tell you what. Okay, there we go. That's it. We're done. That's a wrap for this day. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get out of this truck. We're gonna leash up the dog and we're gonna go walk this here rest area and look for maybe even a better spot to park. But we're gonna spare you all that, of course. So that's it. Yep, as I said, once again, that's a wrap. And once again, I hope y'all are doing well. Thank you for watching Infinity Highway. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. Share my videos if you wish. Comment if you wish. I'll try to comment back, of course. And absolutely subscribe. Help a guy out. Alright. Hope y'all are doing well. Talk to y'all later. See ya.